Oh, it's Dr. Cinema. Sorry, something in my mouth. Batman's awesome! Yes, as you know, I love Batman. Heck, I'm doing this in Batman month. Something's still there. Sorry. Anyway, Batman is one of the most popular superhero characters of all time, and he has so many media adaptations, live action movies, animated TV shows, and live action TV shows. Hell, there are several video games that star the Batman world, and everyone has their favorite version of Batman. So I figured I'd put in my 2 cents and list my top 5 favorite portrayals of Batman. Now, this is going to be kind of a divisive list depending on what your rankings are. So, I was hoping to hold this video off for a few more days since January is almost over, but I just couldn't wait anymore. So, here are my top 5 favorite portrayals of Batman. Alright, at number 5, Adam West. Now, before you yell, let me point out that Adam West's portrayal of Batman, is completely accurate. Adam West's version came out during the 1960s, back when the entire comic book world, especially Batman, had been more child-friendly. Let's just leave it at that. I already did a Dr. Cinema diagnosis talking about more details about Adam West's portrayal. But the short version is he has an enjoyable portrayal of Batman. You love to see him fight crime, and he's become so iconic when it comes to the Batman lore. And when he passed away in 2016, they lit the Batman signal in LA. That shows how well loved he was. So he is my number 5. Now let's go to number 4. Christian Bale. Now I know a lot of you are gonna cry foul and blasphemy. And let me make clear, I like Christian Bale's portrayal. Hell, he's number 4 on my favorite list. But let's be kinda honest. See, his portrayal was a little off. And to be fair, that's probably more attributed to how Christopher Nolan directed the Dark Knight trilogy. I mean, it was never really felt like a true Batman film. It's more like character studies of the characters while a Batman story was sort of going on around them. There was all these great speeches from each of the characters that a lot of times felt really unnecessary and never really quite delved into the insanity of the Batman lore. Like, for example, Christopher Nolan tried to use only characters he thought he could actually bring into a realistic version of the Batman world. Which is fine, but some of those other villains that didn't make it in probably would have really helped show how great Batman was. And okay, that's a little bit off track a little bit, but basically what I'm saying is Christian Bale did a pretty good job, but due to how the movie was directed and written, he just wasn't able to fully delve into the character and fully bring out what makes the character truly great. So Christian Bale, I like you, I like your Batman, I like the Batman films, but I'm sorry, you're just not my number 1. I'm sorry. But I still really like you. Anyway, my number 3 pick, Kevin Conroy. For those of you who don't know, Kevin Conroy voiced Batman in the 1990s Batman animated TV show, which spawned a lot of other great stuff like the Batman Beyond TV show, several animated movies. Hell, Kevin Conroy even voices Batman in the Arkham video games. Yeah. So while Kevin Conroy isn't really brought up in a lot of discussion of who's the best Batman, there is a group of people that see Kevin Conroy as the definitive Batman. I mean, sure, he only provides the voice of the character, but the delivery and the delivery of the dialogue and how he gets into the character is still pretty impressive. And that's probably more attributed to the writers and the animators and stuff like that. But Kevin Conroy just has that great voice that truly fits with Batman, the hero and character. So, yeah, number 3 is Kevin Conroy. Now, my number 2 pick, Michael Keaton. Now, when Michael Keaton was first cast as Batman, many DC fanboys were pretty against it, considering his biggest role before being cast as Batman was the ghost in Tim Burton's Beetlejuice. But once he first appeared on screen, scaring a couple of low-life criminals saying, "I'm Batman," it was amazing. He has the intimidation, the power of Batman, and he also does a pretty great job at just being Bruce Wayne, the person, adding in enough social awkwardness and such to make him a believable human character as well. And truly he truly capitalized on like the emotional torment of Batman in his psychological battle that he has with himself on a regular basis. And he is just truly commanding in the position. In fact, there's really only one other Batman that I could think is truly better. The number one favorite Batman portrayal, Ben Affleck. Now, I know a lot of you are going to probably be mad at me, considering the fact that Ben Affleck doesn't even have a solo Batman movie and probably wouldn't. But I already talked about Ben Affleck's performance and portrayal in early Dr. Cinema Diagnosis. But again, here's the abbreviated version. He brings the darkest but also the most complex portrayal of Batman I have seen so far. I mean, he deals with his own decaying moral philosophies because when we first see him, he's already had 20 years of experience, who has seen the death of one of his sidekicks, who when first starts off sees the world as in danger from one of the other greatest superheroes of all time, Superman. However, through the mistakes the character did in the movies, in that movie, Batman v Superman, he gets a renewed sense of optimism. He becomes that hero that wants to truly be better, that truly wants to make the world a better place instead of just being someone who just fights crime. And that's why I really liked his performance. And I know there's a lot of rumors and doubts and alleged reports that Batman, played by Ben Affleck, will only appear in one more movie, which probably won't even be his own solo film. But I truly love Ben Affleck and his portrayal to the role. So, that's all I really have to say. So, that's my top 5 favorite portrayals of Batman. So like I said, I was hoping to hold this video off for a few more days, considering that January is almost over. But I think I'll have another video that I'll do at the end of the month that'll be just as good as this one. So, that's my list. Comment down below about your picks. Like, if you want. But for sure, subscribe and share. And Dr. Cinema, I'll see you next time.